today's class, once we'll revise the average speed, average speed, and then average velocity, okay, and then instantaneous velocity, instantaneous velocity, and thereafter we'll see the average acceleration. Okay, okay, now fine. Okay, now you can see, let us consider that I am having a particle of mass m, which is at point A. So that is, this is my initial position. Particle is moving from A to the point B, A to the point B, such that it traveled a distance s1. It traveled a distance s1 in a time t1. Okay, in a time t1. Okay, after some time, that is very minute time. Okay, again the particle returns back to its initial position by traveling a distance s2 in a time t2. Okay, in a time t2. So average speed, we can say that that is the total distance covered, total distance covered to the total time. Okay, na? Total distance means distance of AB and distance of BA. Is it right? Upon total time, time taken to travel
Yes.
from A to B, that is T1, and time taken to travel from B to A, that is T2. Okay, na? Is it fine?
Yes.
So distance travel from A to B, I can write it as S1 and B to A as S2. So S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2. Average speed it is this one. S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2. In turn, we can say that since it is the distance now, so S1 is equal to S2. Can I say? So like that,
Yes.
we got in the last class, we got 2S by T1 plus T2. 2S by T1 plus T2. Okay, na? Okay, fine. Now, see, here we are having the different forms of average speed. The basic formula it is C average equal to S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2. T1 plus T2. Okay, remember this formula. Most important, called as equation 1. Now, by definition, speed is equal to distance by time. Can I write? Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, C2 is equal to S2 by T2. So, S1 is equal to C1 T1 and S2 equal to C2 T2. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
So, this formula, instead of S1, I can substitute this one. So, C average equal to C1 T1 plus C2 T2 upon T1 plus T2. That is the second form. Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
Now I will replace T1 and T2. That is C average equal to S1 plus S2 Instead of T1, I am writing it as S1 by C1 and S2 by C2. Okay, can I write? Okay,
Yes, sir.
that is the equation 3. Okay, suppose if they gave the distance and time, I'll use this formula. If they give speed and time, I'll use this formula. If they give distance and speed, I'll use this formula. So it depends upon the input. Depends upon the input, what they have
Input.
asked or what they gave. I'll use the formula. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So in uniform motion, what is meant by uniform motion? Particle
When
travels.
a particle travels in equal distance in equal intervals of time.
So that means S is equal to kT. In uniform motion, we can say that distance equal to displacement. Distance equal to displacement. So that implies speed is equal to velocity. So we can say that average speed is equal to average velocity. Can I say?
Yes, sir.
So in, in uniform motion, average speed equal to average velocity. Both will have the same formula. Both will have the same formula. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, in non-uniform motion only, average speed and average velocity will be different. Firstly, we'll see non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. In the non-uniform motion, what is the definition of non-uniform motion?
When a particle travels in equal distance in an unequal intervals of time or in unequal distance in equal intervals of time.
Very good. So particle travels unequal distances, okay, either in equal intervals of time or unequal intervals of time. Okay. Say for example, let us consider S is proportional to t power n, where n belongs to, okay, set of rational numbers. Set of rational numbers. Say suppose let us consider this n as 3 by 2. For example, I am considering n equal to 3 by 2. So as time increases by 2 times, distance will be increases by 2 power 3 by 2 times. That is 2 root. That is nothing but 2 root. Okay. Okay, fine. So in this one, here also average speed. Average speed. It is defined as total distance traveled by total time taken. Similarly, average velocity. Average velocity. It is total displacement traveled by the particle. Total displacement. Okay. This total I can also write as net displacement. In some textbooks, they will write as net displacement by total time. Okay. Suppose let us consider I am having a particle of mass m, which is at point A. Okay. It is moving like this. Okay. Suppose this point as C. Okay, now is it fine? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes,
I
sir.
need to find displacement from A to B. What is the total displacement? Here, what I will do, I'll draw a line. Okay, I'll put this point as D, this point as E, this point as G. Okay, see A to D, how much it is displaced or how much it is increased. From D to E, it is decreased with the same rate. Anna, is it right?
Yes, sir.
So the displacement of AE is zero, right? Similarly, EC, how much
Yes.
it is decreased, that much it is increased along CG. So displacement here also. Okay. So here I'll write it as displacement means AE plus EG plus GB. Okay. That is my total displacement now. Can I say?
Yes.
Is it right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
A to E, I am considering a time T1. And E to G, I am considering a time T2. G to B, is it okay? Na?
Yes, sir.
Like this, we'll find. Total distance means we need to write AD plus DE plus EC plus CG plus GB. But total displacement. So here why I consider the straight line means along in this. This is the shortest path. AG plus GB. It is the shortest path.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. Suppose I will consider AE as R1. This displacement I'll consider as R1. And EG I'll consider as R2. And GB I'll consider it as R3. So I can write as R1 plus R2 plus R3 upon T1 plus T2 plus T3. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, write down. First write down this one.
Finish, sir.
It's done.
Yes, sir.
So in non-uniform motion, we are having that average speed and average velocity are different. Average speed and average velocity are different. Okay, na? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Write down one question. Write down one question. It is 260 kilometers. It is
Yes, sir.
260 kilometers from Patna to Ranchi. From Patna to Ranchi. Okay, Patna to Ranchi by air. By air. AIR. Okay, and 320 kilometers and 320 kilometers 320 kilometers by road. By road. Okay. Okay, na?
Yes,
Fine.
sir. Yes, sir.
See, I kept this photo, this problem photo in your WhatsApp. Okay. An aeroplane takes an aeroplane takes an aeroplane takes 30 minutes 30 minutes to go from an aeroplane takes 30 minutes to go from Patna to Ranchi, whereas deluxe bus takes 8 hours. Takes 8 hours. Okay. First bit. Find average speed of the plane. Find average speed of the plane. Okay. Fine. Next. Find the average speed of the bus. Find average speed of bus. Okay. Next, third bit. Find average velocity of plane. Okay. Next, find average velocity of bus. Okay. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is the question. So, see the solution. They gave that the distance between from Patna to Ranchi. Ranchi it is the capital of Jharkhand. Ja. Okay. Ranchi it is the capital of Jharkhand.
But
So the distance it is the distance it is 260 kilometers in air. Okay. And 320 kilometers by road. Okay. Na? See the question. They gave this information. And by air it takes a time. Suppose T1 equal to 30 minutes. And by road it takes a time of 8 hours. Okay. Fine. Anthana,
yes, sir.
that is the question. Okay. So firstly I need to find average speed of the plane. First bit. See
Time
average
taken by
plane. Total distance traveled. It is in air na. That is 260. By time. That is T1. This is in kilometers. We need to convert this 30 minutes into hours. I can write as half an hour. That is 30 by 60 hour na. Okay na.
yes.
Hmm. So half an hour. So that is 520 kilometer per hour, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, na? Fine.
Yes,
Similarly,
sir.
B bit, average speed. What will be the average speed of bus?
Total distance by time taken, sir. That is
20 kilometers
8 hours.
by 8 hours.
By
So it is approximately 40 kilometer per hour, right?
yes, sir.
Okay, na? Right on.
Yes, sir. Finish, sir.
Next, we need to find average velocity. Average velocity means it is the total displacement.
Um, Total displacement is, sir.
Total displacement means it is V average of plane, that is 260 kilometers by half an hour.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
okay, that is equal to 520 kilometer per hour. Okay, 500 kilometer per hour. Now we need to find average velocity of the bus. Okay, by road they gave that it is this one. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
320 by, okay, this 8 hours, and see total time na, average velocity of the bus. Okay, hello.
Yes, sir.
Average velocity means displacement, total displacement. That is, we should write it as uh, by road. It is, this is 320, and this one it is 260 now.
Yes, sir.
So we need to find total displacement from here to here. Displacement it is this one only 320
Mm.
right now.
Yes, sir.
By total time, that is 8 plus half now. That is nothing but 320 by 8.5. So 320 by 8.5 means how much will get? Approximately 37.64 kilometer per hour. Okay, right on.
Finish, sir.
Next question. Second question right now. An athlete an athlete takes 2 seconds to reach his maximum speed of 18 km per hour. 18 km per hour. What is the magnitude of what is the magnitude of average velocity? Average velocity. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Firstly, they gave that time. It is 2 seconds. Convert into hours. That is, we can write as 2 by 60 hour. Okay, na? That is nothing but
Yes, sir.
1 by 30 hour. And speed, they give maximum speed. That is nothing but it is C max. It is 18 kilometer per hour. So firstly, I'll find the distance. Maximum distance. It is C max into T. Okay, now that is 18
Yes,
into
sir.
1 by 30. How much it is? 3 by 5 kilometer. Okay. So average velocity is maximum distance. That is 3 by 5 kilometer by time 1 by 30 hour. That is 3 by 5 into 30 kilometer per hour. Okay, now
Yes, sir.
that is around 18 kilometer per hour. Maximum speed is equal to average velocity only. No? See, can I say maximum speed?
Yes, sir.
That's why in some numericals, what we will do later on, maximum speed means we'll consider it as an average velocity. Okay. Did you completed the document differentiation? Gone through
No,
some
sir. Some problems, sir.
today
Some are
complete.
there, sir. Problem.
No, today complete.
Okay, sir.
After that, we'll do the exercise on differentiation. Okay.
Okay, sir.
In this bridge course, you should perfectly know, or you must know the differentiation integration. Without the differentiation
Okay.
integration, don't go for intermediate syllabus, +1, +2 syllabus.
Okay, sir.
Okay, na? That is most important.
Yes.
Every chapter will get either differentiation or integration.
Okay, sir.
Completed this one.
Yes, sir.
Like this, we'll find the average velocity. Next one, the most important, it is instantaneous. instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity. Okay. Okay, fine. Firstly, we'll see the instantaneous. What is the meaning of instantaneous? Instantaneous, it means that at a particular time or at that instant of time, at that instant of time. See, for example, suppose if our class starts at 11:15, it continues up to 1 o'clock. Okay. Now, that is from
Yes.
11:15 to 1, it is the class is going on in the chapter kinematics or motion in straight line. Now, I want
Yes.
I want at 11:45 or 12 p.m. which topic is going on. Even though it is motion in straight line, but inside that subtopics will be there.
Yes, sir.
Okay? That can be called it as at that instant of time or at an instant of position. Suppose if I am going from Hyderabad to Nizamabad, okay, from Hyderabad to Nizamabad, suppose let us consider by car, it takes a time of 2 hours. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
soon after starts my journey after 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Okay, now I want to find how much distance I travel, or after 45 minutes I want to know where I was. Generally, if anyone is coming to our home, we'll ask the where are you? That is,
Yes, sir.
at that point of time, what is the position of that person, right? Like that. Okay. Nowadays, if you see in the market, in the supermarket, okay, we are having many instant powders. Previously, we have only coffee powder only, right? Instant coffee powder only.
Yes, sir.
Nowadays, we are having everywhere, we are having either for idli or dosa, everywhere instant powders. Anytime here, hmm, then instant powders or instant gulab jam.
Yes, sir.
Instant means at that moment, readily we can prepare, or that readily will call an at that moment. Suppose, let us consider an example. Let us consider an example. Let us consider a Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, on x-axis it is time, and on y-axis it is distance. You can consider the distance or displacement. Okay, suppose let us consider one, sorry, two, three, four, and then five. Okay, time it is in seconds, and the distance it is in meters. If a particle starts, okay, from origin up to 1 second, it traveled a distance, suppose 2 meters. Okay, and thereafter from 1 second to 2 second, okay, from 1 second to 2 second, it increased its distance. Suppose this is 5 meters, and from 2 second to 3 second, again same constant, it traveled same distance. And 3 to 5, at 5 second it came to rest. Suppose let us consider approximately at 4 seconds, it is 1 meter. It is 1 meter. Here it is 1 meter. Okay. Okay. Na?
Yes, sir.
So now what I want it is that now what I want it is that at a time of 1.5 second or 2.5 second, okay, or at 3 second, what is the distance traveled? What is the distance traveled? Okay. Suppose from 1 to 2, it travel a distance 5 meter. So in between, you can take any value from 1 to 2. I can say 5 meter only now.
Yes, sir.
Right now. Suppose in between from 2 to 3, you can consider any value. I can say distance travel it is 5 meter.
Mm.
In between 3 to 4, okay, the particle is decreasing its distance. See, so depends upon the time. For 3.1, we'll have here approximately 4.9, and at 3.2, it is decreased. That is 4.8 or 4.7, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means, see here, this can be called as uniform motion. Uniform motion. And this one it is, as the time increases, distance is decreasing. This can be called as non-uniform motion. Again, we'll get graphs in this chapter only.
Yes, sir.
Okay, na? That is the meaning. Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Okay, fine.
Yes.
So that means here in the question they will give that if the distance, okay, or displacement, okay, suppose if the distance varies with time, varies with time, as they will give that an expression like this: 2t cube minus t square plus 10t. Find instantaneous velocity, instantaneous velocity at t equal to 2 seconds. Okay, na? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
So what we need to do is that it is instantaneous velocity means v equal to ds by dt. V is equal to ds by dt. Okay, v is equal to
Yes, sir.
ds by dt. So that means we need to differentiate it. That's why I told differentiation first. Okay, v equal to ds by dt. They gave that s means s is varying now, like 2t cube minus t square plus 1. So t cube minus t square plus 10t. What is the formula for d by dx of x power n? D by dx of x power n.
N into x whole power n minus 1.
Very good. N times x raised to n minus 1. Okay. Like that. Here, firstly, I'll consider this as u, this as v, this as w. Three functions are there. Three functions are there.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
whenever we are having the three functions, what we will do?
Chain rule.
What we will do? means that separate, apply differentiation separately, right? D by dt of t square plus d by dt of 10t. Okay, now is it fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now 2 it is a constant now. I can bring it outside. So 2 times d by dt of t cube. Here we don't have any constant. So I'll write d by dt of t square. Again, here 10 it is a constant. Bring it outside. 10 times d by dt of t. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Now, now here we can write as, we'll apply the formula. Instead of x, we are having t only, right? Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
So apply formula 2 times 3 power 3 into t power 3 minus 1. Okay. Similarly, d by dt of t square 2 times t power 2 minus 1 plus t means I can write as t power 1. Okay, now is it fine?
Yes, sir.
That is nothing but t plus 10. T power 0 means anything power 0 equal to 1. Anything power 0 is equal
Yes,
to 1.
sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So it is 6t square minus 2t plus 10. Okay, now is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you can see this one. They ask the instantaneous velocity at a time 2 seconds now. Now I'll substitute. That is 6 into 2 square minus 2 into 2 plus 10. That is 24 minus 4 plus 10. That is approximately 30 meter per second. Okay, now
Yes, sir.
write down, write down this one.
Finish, sir.
Next page.
Finish, sir.
Finished now.
Yes.
Okay. After instantaneous velocity, for the same example, in the same example, that is, distance is varying as 2t cube minus t square plus 10t. I want to find instantaneous speed at t equal to 2 seconds. At t equal to 2 seconds. Okay. Okay, fine. Now see. Whenever they asked instantaneous speed, whenever they asked the instantaneous speed, that is the total distance traveled. That is total distance traveled by total time. By total time. So I need to find instantaneous speed in 2 seconds. Right? Right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So distance traveled in the 2 seconds. Distance traveled in 2 seconds means directly I'll substitute 2 into 2 cube minus 2 square plus 10 into 2 by 2. Time it is 2 seconds. Na? Denominator it is 2. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it is, we'll get it as 2 into 2 cube means we'll get 16 minus 4 plus 20 by 2. That is 16. Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
that means, see, instantaneous speed means that it is in that time directly will substitute. Okay. Whereas instantaneous velocity means we need to differentiate it and then finally we need to substitute instead of time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That is the methodology. Okay, fine. Instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity. And then after this instantaneous velocity, we are having the average acceleration. We are having that it is average acceleration. Okay. Average acceleration it is total velocity by total time. By total time taken. That is nothing but V1 plus V2 by T1 plus T2. V1 plus V2 by T1 plus T2. Okay, okay, fine. That means here we can write it as v1 plus v2 by v1 plus v2 by t1 plus t2. So here also again v1 I can write as r1 t1 plus r2 t2 by t1 plus t2. That is the average acceleration. Okay, and here we are having the accelerations. Okay, firstly we studied in the uniform motion, or in the acceleration in the uniform motion. Okay, and then in non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. In the uniform motion, we know that acceleration is zero. In the non-uniform motion only, we'll have acceleration will be constant, that is other than zero. Okay, k not equal to zero, and acceleration equal to or proportional to time, or acceleration is equal to k into t power n. Okay, that means as time increases by 2 times, acceleration will be increased by 2 power n times. Okay, na? Fine. Okay, na? See, if acceleration will be two types, in the uniform motion and in the non-uniform motion. In the uniform motion, we are having that it is acceleration is zero. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
In the uniform motion, acceleration is zero, and in the non-uniform motion, we may have the acceleration as constant, or acceleration will be proportional to time variation. See here, that is as time increases by 2 times, acceleration will also be increased by 2 times. Will also be increased by 2 times. Okay, then this one can be called as non-uniform acceleration. Non-uniform acceleration. Okay,
Yes, sir.
non-uniform acceleration. So here what we can do it is, this page completed now.
Yes, sir.
This page completed. Next one, we are having the equations of motion. I think in your 8th class or 9th class, you might study the equations of motion as v equal to u plus at and s equal to ut plus half at square. S is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square minus u square equal to 2as. Okay, v square minus u square equal to 2as. First one, I will write it as v is equal to u plus 8. Next, second one as S equal to ut plus half at square. In your lower standard, did you study this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now here we'll see that it is here we'll see that it is by definition of acceleration I can write as a equal to dv by dt. Okay, now that is
Yes, sir.
nothing but v minus u by t. If we cross multiply, we'll get as v minus u equal to at. So v is equal to u plus at only now. Okay, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Remember the three equations, and all these equations you can see, okay, where acceleration is equal to constant, okay, that is equal to k, such that k is not equal to 0. If k equal to 0, that is acceleration is 0. If acceleration is 0, then first equation it is initial velocity equal final velocity. Second equation, distance traveled equal to velocity into time or speed into time. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
And third equation it is again final velocity equal to initial velocity, because 2as that is equal to 0 na? 2as that is equal to 0. Okay, so that's why all these equations are applicable when acceleration is equal to constant or acceleration is varying uniformly with time, with time t. Okay, okay na? Is it
Yes,
fine?
sir.
Okay, okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Now these are the equations of motion. Rem- Firstly, suppose I'm having a particle which is at point O, which is at point O. Okay, let us consider. Okay, G is my final point. It takes a time of n seconds. It takes a time of n seconds to travel from O to G. Okay, okay, and the distance traveled, and the distance traveled in this one it is I'll keep as Sn. Okay, is Sn.
Yes.
Let us consider a point, suppose A. Okay, from O to A, it takes a time of n minus 1 seconds. That is, this is my last second, right? So distance traveled in n minus 1 seconds it is Sn minus 1.
Yes, sir.
So now I want to find what is the distance traveled in the last second. Distance traveled in last second. That means I can write it as, that is Ag I need to find now. Ag I can write as Og minus Oa. Can I write?
Yes, yes, sir.
Minus Oa. Og is nothing but Sn. OA is nothing but Sn minus 1. This I am considering it as S. So, since by applying the formula S equal to ut plus half at square, so distance travel in nth
Yes, sir.
second, n seconds, it is un plus half an square. Can I say? Similarly, in n
Yes.
minus 1 seconds, u n minus 1 plus half a times n minus 1 whole square. Is it fine? See, okay now.
Yes, sir.
So distance traveled in the last second equal to Sn minus Sn minus 1. That is nothing but un plus half an square minus of u times n minus 1 plus half a n minus 1 whole square. So u multiplied by n plus a n square by 2. Expand this minus sign. Minus un plus u minus a by 2 times n square minus 2n plus 1. Is it right? See,
Yes, sir.
so here we'll have that is u plus a n square by 2 minus a n square by 2 plus a by 2 times 2n minus a by 2. Right? Again,
Yes, sir.
we'll have it is u plus a by 2 times 2n minus 1. So distance traveled in the last second it is u plus a by 2 times 2n minus 1. Okay, now
Yes, sir.
like this. Okay, like this we'll find. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the motion under gravity. That is, if a particle is thrown vertically upwards or vertically downwards, how much height or what is the distance traveled by the object? What is the distance traveled by the object, and with what velocity it is reaching the maximum height? I think all these you might study in your 8th class or 9th class, right?
Yes, sir.
Studied, na? Uh, After
Yes,
this
sir.
vertically projection, we'll have the graphs. Okay, another two topics are there in this most in straight line. Then we'll do numericals. Before that, complete
Okay.
the complete the differentiation. Complete
Yes,
the
sir.
differentiation. If you complete differentiation, we'll have integration also. We need to discuss that also. Okay, that's why I'm asking.
Yes,
Com-
sir.
okay, complete the differentiation, graphs. Okay, in this motion by straight line, graphs are there. Okay, and then this one integration is also there.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. We'll meet tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Thank you.